What's up, people? And it's night number 2 of Camp on the Search 30,
Wow.
Friday the 13th fan film. And tonight we are reviewing The Man in the Lake. Which, before we even get into like the number ratings and all that,
Mm-hmm.
this movie, what was the short? It was 41 minutes. Was better than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit better than I thought it was going to be. Like once I started watching it more, once it started after like the first 15 minutes, I'll say, it really started to pick up.
I mean, I agree. It was better than I anticipated, especially for it being so short.
Yeah.
When we get into it.
Yeah. But again, I wasn't mad at this one. But let's dive into our early ratings. And actually, you know what? Before we even do that, let me do a quick drop. Do this drop before I,
A new video game developer expo is coming to New York's Tech Valley region. One Upstate, a celebration of games and the people who make them, is coming to Albany, New York in 2023. Visit oneupstate.com for more information.
I gotta look into that.
Yeah, hell yeah. But with that said, gentlemen, let's get into our early ratings. No reason, just the number rating, and we'll get into the reasons right after. Don't be shy, Matt.
I'm not shy.
What's your rating, man?
For the short, I give it a good solid 7 out of 10.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 6.
Nice.
By the way, dope ass retro fucking Blockbuster shirt there, Matt.
Thank you.
Pull that up again just so we can see it.
I'm like, is that the last one that was in Ohio or whatever?
No, I found it at Target.
Oh, nice.
It just says make it a Blockbuster night, so I'm like, fuck yeah, I gotta get that one.
There you go.
I'm not even mad at you for that one, man. Look at this. Camping on Search 30. Look who's camping. Freddie and Jason.
Chilling on
the lake.
I'm gonna give this one a 6.5. Like this was definitely a lot better than I thought it was, and we'll dive into all that why. Or you guys know what I mean.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that too. That too. Matt, you said you gave it a 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Chris, you gave it a 6?
Yeah.
All right, just double checking. All right. So let's get on into it. I guess, Chris, start out, just because I know it was only a half a point lower, but you had the lowest rating, so why don't you kick this one off?
A few nitpicky things. Cameras were decent. Some of the things they did with some of the shots and scenes just didn't make sense with me with how they cut it and edited it. So I was like losing points on that. They had some scenes that were like super clear and super nice with the water scenes and the bubbles and all that shit. And then other shit with actual people that was like subpar. It looked like it was shot on a GoPro and it wasn't even like, you know what I mean? Like clear or anything from a distance with the zoom. So I was like, couple choices could have been made better with some of the cinematography or whatnot. But again, like you said, I agree. Better than I expected it to be. And me giving it a 6 is kind of like if I gave a regular movie like an 8 or a 9, you know what I mean? Because it's short like this, you know, it's so short. It had a few things wrong with it, but it did keep its coherence and consistency. So I'm good with it.
Yeah, I really liked it. I like the look of Jason. Like I like the look of Jason. I don't know what the budget was for this film. And the acting, yes, it wasn't the greatest, but what do you expect from a fan film? 1. What do you expect from a short at that? 2. And then what do you expect from a slasher anyway? Like you're not expecting, like Denzel Washington to walk across a Friday the 13th film, which you wouldn't want that anyway. But I'm just saying, so that doesn't bother me too much, especially with slashers. If it was like a paranormal, that would bother me more if the acting's off and it's like the story's not really believable.
Just now a skit of Denzel coming in and be like, you think you're gonna come into my camp? King Kong and you, that nigga, ain't got nothing on me.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
Or it'd be like Al Pacino. You're going to Camp Crystal Lake. You're going to Camp Crystal Lake. You're gonna be doomed. You're gonna be doomed. You're gonna be doomed. Everybody's gonna be doomed.
You're all gonna die.
Oh my god.
You're gonna die.
You could have played Ralph as well.
Holy shit, Ralph. Crazy Ralph.
Ralph would have been great.
Al Pacino's Crazy Ralph.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I think that was I was up and down with their Crazy Ralph in this movie. I was up and down with them. I seen the tone they were going with. I seen where they were going with them, but there was just like, I think if he looked older, I think that was my main thing with it. Is if he looked older, it looked like an older man, like in his 50s at least, maybe 60s.
Okay.
Like if they called him older Ralph, if they called him like Ralph Jr., I think it would have been better because maybe he had a kid.
Boom, boom, that
Yeah.
works.
That was why he was younger. Because at first I thought it was going to be a period piece where Crazy Ralph was going to be young.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like all of a sudden there's a high-end camcorder that they're recording with. Their vehicles are all like, 2019, 20, whatever. So Ralph is younger, but it's not the same Crazy Ralph we're used to from the first couple of movies. Like if they made him like a kid, like if he was a junior, like Crazy Ralph Jr., because his grandfather was crazy, or somehow someone in his family was crazy, then they can explain why he was who he was.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. Somewhat.
They only have 41 minutes to work with. Okay.
I mean, and they did for what they did. It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. I mean, none of us gave it a bad rating, so we gave them the ratings they deserve.
Yeah.
And it's I was actually impressed, by the way, the way they made Jason look in this film. They didn't go too crazy with it. They kept it kind of simple, kind of with the chapter 4 mask, right? Because it had the cut in it already.
No, there was not no cut or anything. It was kind of like a weird like wraparound kind of mask.
I thought
they wrapped around the whole side of him.
A thing broke right here.
I couldn't tell if it was like a dent or something. I saw something there, some type of a blemish, but I didn't notice if it was a cut.
Either way, it wasn't. It didn't look bad at all, in my opinion, especially for what it was. So that helps because, like, say if the Jason looked horrible in it, you'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the guy's build was fine and all that shit for Jason. His walk just the only thing that wasn't as Jason as it could have been, but. Again, fan film, 40 minutes, no-name people with super low budget. They did a decent job.
I'll shoot that bail. The only reason I say that is because for the Friday the 13th, like the Friday the 13th, the franchise, the films from 1 through 6 was all played by different actors. So they all had like their own body language for it. And then 7 to X was just Kane Hodder. So his were always very similar with the movements, which is my favorite one, but I'm just saying, just in general, if that's the ones you're more familiar with, I'm not sure. Or just
he just walked way too fast, and you can tell he was trying to like look at his steps as he was going down. You know what I mean? For certain,
I couldn't see out the mask.
Yeah, which I get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if they would have just slowed him down a little bit, made him a little more menacing, I feel like he was too much of a just kind of. I can move where Jason's like a really brute, stiff, just, and then he's there, and then he's not there, and then he's there, and then he's not there. You know what I mean?
They
showed him too much doing the walking
with him because that's what he was. He was more human, so therefore he didn't have
not
he
until
could walk around, look around, and knew what he needed to do.
Yeah. You got a point there.
I thought, I'm like, okay. I like the kills. The kills are pretty good.
Yes.
The one thing I wish they would have added, because they kept talking about it in the movie. He kept saying, "I have weed whackers in the truck."
Yeah.
Why don't we have a scene with a weed whacker? Like, come on.
I got an early question for you guys for this one. I can believe it's 2020. Well, it says summer of 2010, so I'm assuming it came out then. I forgot what it said in the notes, but or IMDb, sorry. Would you guys want to see a sequel with this team making a sequel to this film?
Makes me no difference. There's better ones out there.
But if they did do one, I would definitely see it. Maybe if they had a little bit longer.
Or I was going to say, or a full-length feature even.
No. Better budget.
So you want maybe another short?
I'm indifferent. I don't care if they do anything ever again. Like I said, I've seen so many of these that I'm like, there's tons better out there. Like, this is okay, but there's still better out there that I've seen.
I wouldn't mind seeing what they could do. Because it's about 10 years, 13 years later, even more so. Mm-hmm. That's that lucky number for Friday the 13th, guys. If you're listening, make it happen.
Do you know if they've done any other types of projects?
I'd have to look into that. I'm not even sure. Because like when I looked for this list, I didn't look for what else they did. I just looked.
Yeah.
Just found 13 Friday the 13th fan films and slash shorts, and I was like, let me throw something together and have some fun with this. And
Yeah, I'd always just rather watch the originals, but there are a couple fan films like Roseblood that we watch, and then the Vengeances that I've seen for sure that I'm like, I tell people about them all the time. Like I tell people about fan films because I watch those, and I have history of watching fan films from like Dragon Ball Z, Star Trek, Star Wars, and shit like that. But I'm like, yo, these are actually pretty good for a fucking horror movie. Like they're almost better than some of the other horror movies that we watched that had budgets. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've said that plenty of times. As a matter of fact, anytime, would you know this, Chris? Anytime Jason came on and seen when he was showing us one of his shorts on the live, it was always better than the damn movie we reviewed. And the movies aren't selected. It's just the wheel that we pick.
Yep.
So it can happen, man. It's happening out there. So you movie creators, keep going, keep doing it. Don't give up.
Don't stop, won't stop.
Hell no. Hell no. What was your guys' favorite kill?
Let's see.
I'd probably have to say the girl getting her face smashed. It was stupid, the premise of how she got there, and go get somebody. My ankle hurts. Don't help me up and get me back to the camp. Just go get somebody. I'll stay here. Like that shit was stupid and it fucking pissed me off. But at the same time, her getting her face smashed in was kind of satisfying. And that's probably one of the more gruesome ones that we saw. Because the only other one that was like, ooh, was the fucking neck twist. To me,
that one wasn't bad either, though.
Yeah. I said that was the only other one that to me was notable. All the other ones were like, really fast. They did it really quickly, and it was like,
I like the railroad spike to the cop's head.
Okay,
you see the reflection through his glasses.
Yeah,
and also out of nowhere, boom!
That's
got spiked to the head.
There you go.
That's a good one. I'll say one that just because it pays homage to the original and the end.
Oh yeah.
Or you don't know if you don't know if she. I can't remember if she dies or not. But he grabs her out of the water, or pulls her in the water as a grown Jason though. But it's still pretty cool that they did it like that and just kind of.
At the end of the two guys who were telling the story said no one was found. All was just their truck and the leftover camping equipment. No bodies were found of anybody.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and what I liked about that is how it ends with. They're trying to they scare the little kids, the younger kids. They close the tent and they're talking. They look back over and they're like, "Oh," and you see.
And he has no qualms. He just slices both their throats with one cut.
Yep, and it ends like that. And I'm just like, I want to see more, and that's why I said I would like to see them do something else. I'm gonna maybe go back and check and see if they've done anything else. But yeah, if anybody knows these people, connect me. I'd love to talk to them, have them on. This was pretty good. This was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah, when I say there's better out there, they're better, but they're not like leagues better. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, I'd probably give them a 7.5 for them being fan films. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's rare and it's hard just because, again, I think it's a fact of us being spoiled in the movie industry and what we get for quality nowadays that it's tough to get me to be impressed with certain things. So yeah, if you got the right equipment, you got the right kind of actors and the right writing, you can sky's the limits, no matter if it's an independent project or not. But more than likely, I feel like these are, I can't rate them with the same mindset that I would with a, AAA title, let's say, or Hollywood box office release. You know what I mean?
No, I get that. I do them on a little different scale too, but I still rate them on, if I enjoy the movie or not, of course. But it is on kind of a different level because like this is just, you don't know what the budget is, of course. But again, it's fan films, these indie films, and a lot of times it's some people's first time doing whatever they're doing on that movie versus a Hollywood budget. Even if there's a few people that are first time in these big movies, there's still a bunch of veterans around, not just a bunch of, like, say if us three want to do a short, for example. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I put that thought into it all the time with those type of films. But some are just like, oh shit, that. I'll be honest with you. I still won't tell people not to watch it because someone may like it, but I will be I won't watch that shit again.
At least it's easy accessible for people to watch too.
Yeah.
It's right on YouTube. So if people are kind of curious on it, it's right there to watch.
I think with from what Peter was saying last night on the episode from Friday, which you guys can go tune in and watch that one. But I believe with fan films, they have to put it on YouTube free for everybody to watch it because they can't make a profit off of it at all. And then the money that they, to raise the funds to do all the money they make when they raise the funds and all that to create the film, all the extra funds have to go to a charity.
Yeah, they have to pay all the other, the facility where they're staying at, catering. They don't have to pay the actors or actresses, which is, I think they have to pay them a certain fee.
Yeah,
but other than that, everything else doesn't go to anybody except for a charity and to the backers.
Yep.
Oh, buddy.
What's up, bud? How you doing, Mr. Friday the 13th kitty?
Yeah. Crawley's saying hi. Oh,
hey, buddy.
But yeah, I do like that they're easy accessible like that. And I just went to YouTube Friday the 13th fan films and a bunch popped up. And I'm happy to see that. I'm really happy to see that. Just people just throwing that shit out there. It makes you want to try. It makes you want to try something. Huh?
What were you saying?
I said it makes you want to try something.
Right.
Just something half hour, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, something. Just a little fun short.
Start writing it.
I got the masks to do it.
Just start writing, man.
Crawley, come on, buddy.
Yeah, I'd have to jot some ideas down.
I got a couple jumpsuits.
Get back into my writing.
I got a couple hockey masks.
I could be Michael or Jason for you. You let me know.
You are tall as shit.
And stocky, and I can suck my belly in and put my chest out, and I look good in overalls.
Listen, this isn't a modeling ad. This is a horror movie.
I'm gonna be the sexiest fucking Jason there is. People are gonna want to touch my hair.
See, this is why they never cast a Puerto Rican Jason. This is what you guys go to.
He'll put Cuban on everything. Here you go.
Like, ooh, Jason, let me play with that ponytail. Die.
Coming here with the mask, 16 different colors. Like, no, that's not scary.
What am I, fucking rainbow over here? Like,
I don't know, man. They're all bright and loud.
I got fucking. I'm like, I make the mask like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Put little fucking tattoos and shit. Little slasher tats.
That'd be ridiculous.
Rainbow. Put a grill on Jason through the mask.
Everyone's gonna be like, turn this shit off. What did they do to him?
Why'd they do this?
Yeah, we had Jason Takes Manhattan. Now we got Jason Hits Brooklyn. Jason hits the east side of East New York.
Jason hits.
Jason goes after the Ninja Turtles.
But yeah, like I said, I got this one.
Nice.
And these are all opened up, so I wouldn't mind as long as they don't get messed up and dropped and all that shit. Just worn.
This dude's ready to rob banks with everybody as Jason. He's got them all in a bag, ready to go.
This one?
He's ready to get a payday out here.
Man.
Well, what's dirty as Jason is to be all high and everything.
You're damn right.
He'll
just walking around slashing the trees going,
you damn right.
I think I killed somebody, just hitting a tree.
We'll go to do the bank heist, and he forgets he's there to rob the bank. Just starts choking people, acting like he's fucking Jason. Like, dude, the money.
Stop killing people all the time.
Shit, man, we're not trying to go to jail forever.
I knew I shouldn't have grown that weed with that Camp Crystal Lake water.
That shit's evil.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Got that one down.
Fucking imagine that shit. You fucking grow a plant or two and the shit comes out oozing red.
Oh man.
Or it's just got black in it. I've seen purple.
They did it in the remake. They had right in the beginning. They were in a weed farm area, and Jason was there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Picking them off.
He's a stoner.
I mean, hey.
Jason knows, bro. All that killing takes a toll, man. All that killing takes a toll. He's got to let it go somehow, So he just
that's how he comes back from the dead. He gets all weeded up and Wakes up yawning, going, "Man, that was a good nap." Okay,
He eats
now
rabbits.
Or it's the opposite effect. He gets so high he forgets who he is and he becomes the other dark Jason. He just starts going on a murderous rampage. Wakes up in a mask and blood all over him and shit, kind of like fucking Jesse in Nightmare 2.
I just got to pull these up, guys, because these right here, roasted cumin, lamb skewer flavor.
Oh,
they
that's
look delicious.
Asian, bro.
Those are terrible.
You got that from the Asian Mart?
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
these were fire though.
Mexican chicken tomato flavor. Interesting. Yeah, that's Korean Mark right there, man.
These weren't bad. Actually, these were pretty good. These were my second favorite. And then these were decent, but I think they'll be better on a sandwich.
I'm good.
Fried crab flavor.
I'm good with that.
You don't like seafood?
Nah. I've recently discovered the pickle flavored one. Some of them are actually pretty good.
I'm not big with pickle flavor.
Neither am I. I hate pickles. But those chips, I will take the bag from Danae sometimes. She'll be like, "What the fuck?" She comes home, the leftovers are gone. Yeah, like, I wanted those. I was thinking about those all day. Well, you should have bought a second bag. But you say you don't like these. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Better luck next time, kid.
Oh man.
Dirty Dirty Show sponsored by Lay's.
That's it.
Hey, Lay's, holla at me. But yeah, I don't like pickle flavored things. I'd rather just have a pickle on my sandwich. That's the only way I'll eat pickles, really. It's on my
That's what
sandwich.
she said. Anyway.
I've had one pickle chip that was pretty good. I'm trying to remember what brand it was.
What about fried pickles? You guys ever try those?
Nah, I told you I don't like pickles.
Oh.
I just started like a couple years ago eating the pickles on my burgers from fast food places. And I'm not gonna lie, I ain't never had the shit till I moved up here. I never thought of it, never had it. No place I ever went fucking did it. But why does everywhere put mustard and ketchup on burgers? Like all the fast food places?
I don't know, it's just normal, I guess.
That shit's retarded. Fuck the mustard on a burger. It goes on a goddamn hot dog or a pretzel. Kiss my ass.
You're real passionate about that.
I used to do that as a
Bro.
kid. Mix the ketchup and mustard together to make a sauce.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fine. But on the burger, there's just certain things that's sacrilege. You don't fuck with the American-made burger. I'm just trying to make sure they don't deport me again.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. That's why it wasn't.
Don't get deported. Eat your burger with mustard now, boy.
Don't get
With
deported.
ketchup.
The burger with mustard.
I do ketchup, I do barbecue sauce, you know what I'm saying, with an onion ring. I make a rodeo burger out of it. You know what I'm saying? A little Southwest burger, maybe some chili sauce on it or something, you know what I'm saying? But fuck that mustard shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I love mustard too. I love mustard.
Just not on your burger.
It's not on my burger. It's just you broke it. You broke it.
I can do ketchup and mustard on a burger, but I did have mayonnaise and ketchup on the last burger I had, and I forgot how good those two just taste together on a burger.
Bro.
So that's gonna be my
4
thing.
things I only eat fucking mustard on: a sandwich, a hot dog, a pretzel, and a knish. I'm a New Yorker, okay? You don't even know what a fucking knish is, do you?
I don't.
It's fucking Jewish potato pastry that's fucking delicious. They cut it in half and you put some shit in there, some mayonnaise, some mustard, and whew. Think of a golden brown patty that's made out of like baked potato insides.
Sounds good to me.
It's
That
delicious.
sounds good.
It's delicious.
Sounds good to me.
Anything deep fried is good.
Yeah, that can be a problem. You're right. That could be a huge problem. I want to see a Jason X fan film.
You know,
I would be tough because the space part of it. But even if you do it, the Jason X, but take the space part of it out, but you have this mask, and it's still like the campy version of it. Say it's before they go to space. It starts from, at the camp, whatever, and maybe it ends with him being in that thing where he's captured in, where he's in for Jason X.
I was gonna say, because they don't really tell or explain very well in that movie either, like what happened and like on Earth and what the fuck and why is he like cryogenically frozen or whatever, and like
Well, they were in the government facility. They lured him in. He killed all the army guys, so she lured him into the cryogenic vat. And when she froze him, he stabbed through the vat to get her, so she was both cryogenically frozen.
That's right.
And of course, years and years and years later down the road, Earth has pretty much been decimated because it's now 300, 400 years in the future.
And
So
humans
now Earth is definitely populated someplace else. They're coming to Earth, their students to see how Earth was back in whatever time-wise.
Yeah.
And that's when they got the vat, and that's how they got Jason and her up.
So I kind of like to see how Jason plays out in the whole time as the world's
Like the
collapsing. You know what I mean? Like
Just stuck in a cryogenics vat, just stuck there.
Well, no, just like, well, I guess that doesn't make much sense, right?
I mean, but at the same time, they don't have to say if they do it Jason X, but he's still at camp, and it's just leading up to where he gets caught in there. They could still do it their own way there, and just they don't have to make it exactly like it's connecting with X to an extent, but kind of pay the homage to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to see a Jason Goes to Hell, but when he's the Deadite in Deadite form, he's going around killing people as the Deadite.
That would be nice and different for some fan films. Kind of dive into the comics a little bit.
All right, well, now I'm thinking, what do you mean Deadite? Now I'm thinking about that.
Okay,
I'm like, wait.
in Jason Goes to Hell,
Yeah.
in the original, supposedly, there was a cut scene when Jason came back from the dead. He was actually a Deadite from Evil Dead, because they kind of mix Evil Dead with Jason Goes to Hell, because you had the Necronomicon, you had the dagger, so he was technically considered a Deadite, and he was supposed to come back in full Deadite-looking attire. There's pictures online of it. Definitely look that up. It looks fucking sick, but they cut it due to, I guess, issues.
Which would also be where they're also talking about, well, they've been talking about for a while, having some type of, Jason versus Ash or some shit?
They did a comic book, Ash versus Jason, and that would be cool to see if they do, like, a fan film of that.
Wasn't it Jason versus Ash versus Freddy?
Yeah, they were doing a Jason versus Freddy versus Ash. And that was the whole thing because of they put in the Necronomicon and the Kylorian dagger, where the fuck it was, in Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, man. What could have been? I mean, shit.
I never made that connection about the dagger to kill him. Never made that connection about it.
I like they had the Freddy pull down still in that one, I guess. I haven't seen that one in so freaking long now that I think about it. That one or Jason X. I have to change that at some point.
Jason Goes to Hell, if I remember, was like one of the most brutal ones, I think, of that original series, wasn't it? I feel like he just went on a rampage. Like he already had several hundred kills on film at that point, and then I think in that film he had several hundred kills in that movie alone.
Like it. I honestly don't. I don't know that one that well because it wasn't one of my ones I would go back to and rewatch. Like when I go through the whole franchise, I would rewatch it. But when I go through my watches where it's like I want to watch just these ones, it's never in the just these ones. It's always in the full franchise watch.
The reason why a lot of people hate it too,
not even all of
Jason
it.
killing people.
Sometimes I'll just go 1 through 8 and then just stop there.
Right, because 9 it's weird because it's the Jason parasite worm that gets into somebody.
Yeah,
now they're controlled by Jason, but it's not Jason doing the killing. It's the person that's possessed by whatever it is, the Deadite version of Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And you only see him in a mirror reflection. You're like, oh, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like that. When we go back to Jason X, it's goofy, but then you have your Terminator Jason, which I fucking loved. I love that look.
Yes. That I want that mask. The metal mask.
I want that as a figure. I gotta see if I can try to find a figure of that.
That too.
So check this out. So Freddy averaged 5 kills per movie, where Jason averaged 14.
Oh, it should have been 13.
Jigsaw has 76 kills. Michael had 159 kills. Jason had 170 kills.
I wonder if they added in with the Halloween, if it added in the newer ones, the last 3.
That's a good question.
Well, they can't really count the last one because it wasn't fucking Michael Myers.
Yeah, and this is also from Terror 29. If anybody's wondering, terror29.com. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of that or not. It's just the first thing that I clicked on. Honestly.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
So it's, and then another place says it has 163 plus victims. So I'm assuming they included some of those. because somebody say it's a little bit less for all of them.
Okay.
So
That'd be
which
something.
movie? That's my next question for you. I should just pull up fucking Chat GPT. How many kills per movie did Jason Voorhees have? Bing!
Just have to exclude the first one. That's all.
But I think it would narrow it down. It wouldn't include the first one because if you said
You can include the first one.
no, it wouldn't. I think if you asked the question, or how many kills did Jason Voorhees have versus how many kills were in Friday the 13th films, you know what I mean? Because then it's gonna add all of them versus just adding just Jason's kills.
So check it out. I was right. Jason Goes to Hell had the most kills in the franchise at 24 until Jason X. Jason X beat it by 25.
Nice.
Yep. So
Jason
out
X
of
is fun kill fest though.
so if you think about that, like 28% of the kills happen in one movie of his entire kills from all of his career. So that's why I think that's why Jason Goes to Hell always sticks in my mind, because I feel like every couple scenes somebody's getting fucking slaughtered, somebody's getting killed or something, you know what I mean?
Those two movies, damn near one more kill would have been 50 kills. So those two movies, 49 kills. That's crazy.
Wow. He would have had literally like 40%, 45% of fucking all of his kills between the last two movies in the, I guess, the canon series, right? Is that how we should kind of call it?
Well, with X and actually from 9 and back, yeah, because it's like part 9 is called Jason Goes to Hell, 10 Jason X, and then the last one Freddy vs. Jason, because of the whole legal shit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess do you consider Freddy versus Jason to be canon, or is that kind of just its own little thing in that universe?
Honestly,
you know
I count it as like that kind of university thing. I count it as just like the end of both. Like if I was to do a review of like the Friday the 13th franchises, you know what I mean? I'll do those and say Freddy versus Jason next, or Freddy, you know what I'm trying to say, Nightmare on Elm Street next.
Yeah.
I'll do Freddy versus Jason in between, and then carry it over to that, or do Freddy vs. Jason last, one or the other. Maybe do it last after both films.
I mean, depending on how many more remakes and shit they do or sequels for all of these different franchises, I mean, I guess we can soon say retro versus modern at this point, you know what I mean? Because we have 9 or 10 of the old school, and then now we have. Did we ever get a sequel to the Friday the 13th from 2008 or whatever?
No,
not that or Nightmare on Elm Street. The only one that got sequels was Halloween.
Yeah,
like
because of the courts and everything for 2008 one.
Yeah,
they were fighting. They were arguing with the what was it? I forgot what it was, because I remember when I met Derek Mears, we were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit, I forgot what it was.
Was it with the name or
that's why the whole thing? That's the thing with
the game
and everything. Then why we never had a Friday the 13th movie in a long time is because of all this court rulings, who owns the rights and everything, blah 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 bullshit. Now thank God it's all over. So hopefully we can actually get a new Friday movie.
We're getting I believe we are getting a movie or movies. I think
they're supposed to do a TV show. I heard
they are on Peacock. They're doing a series on Peacock, which I cannot freaking wait. And I have to.
I'm assuming that's the end of this year, like October-ish.
I'm hoping. I have to. I have to learn Discord, guys, because I got to get watch parties. I got to do watch parties, especially when that comes out, because that's going to be amazing. And like I told you guys, unfortunately, Stream Lounge is no more. So yeah, but and I'm just thinking of that Friday the 13th. And I know that they're signed on for 2 seasons, so I'm hoping they blow it out the water to where they get a few more than 2 seasons. Not too many to where it waters it down, but still have more than 2 seasons, maybe 4 or something like that, 4 or 5 seasons, and then it's like, okay, you can kind of.
It'd be kind of hard though, being at a central location too. How do you bring all these people to Camp Crystal Lake?
So many times. I mean, they did it with the movies.
Yeah.
You don't, but then with the
movie
series,
though, not a series.
But with the series, you don't have to build it up to where he's killing within the first few episodes. You know what I mean? Not even shit. He could just be stalking in the first season. And if you're telling the whole, like, say if you're telling it like an origin story from when he's a child, like I think they're starting from his childhood with this one. They're doing like a completely different thing. So if you're starting from that, you could do a whole season of him just kind of up to where he drowns and then kind of, or whatever they want to do. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just like, many different ways you can kind of go with something like that.
I wonder if they'll do some type of like supernatural, spiritual connection to him, that like as he's going through these trials and tribulations of being a deformed child, every time like he's picked on or he gets mad, like he hears a voice or he hears some type of entity saying, let me in type deal, you know what I mean? Like, hey, let's go, we can do this. Like, you know what I mean? Just like egging him on to the dark side, you know what I mean?
Or they could do with his father, being like, this father was a killer, and he just saw his dad doing all the killing and realized this is normal.
Is that canon? Because I know in Vengeance, in the short film, his father comes in and plays a role, but I was like, I don't think they ever mentioned his father.
No, it was never actually mentioned in the movies.
Okay,
but it was mentioned in like different
comic books or
mythos
something,
and everything,
gotcha.
and they added that into the fan film of his father.
Mm-hmm.
So we can actually do that. They can actually bring his father now fully into an actual movie.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe they wanted to do. I believe they want to do something with his earlier life, and I could be mistaken, but I believe they wanted to do something with his father in it too. I'm not sure what.
Nice.
And I hope that's true because that'd be a cool thing, and I think it'd make it. Again, now that answers the question of how can they like build up on a story if they're building up from somewhere where they've never done before, and then on top of that, with that show, they can use any part of Jason they want, from them starting a whole new beginning of, again, from the childhood all the way up to.
They could do like in betweens, like after the first movie where they kill Pamela Voorhees, they could show him, seeing his mom being decapitated, and he could start be living in the woods, picking off a couple hikers here and there, a couple campers, then that season leads to the opening of season 2. I mean, of the part 2, where he goes to the house to get the kill from his revenge.
And that could be that. There can almost be an episode, like, because you have, like you're saying, the ending of
ending of the first movie.
There you go.
Where he sees his mom being decapitated.
Yep.
And then that season leads to him at the end, like the final episode, will lead to the beginning of Friday the 13th Part 2 of the movie.
Yes.
Where he's actually going to the house to kill the survivor that killed his mom.
I like it.
I don't know. That'd be kind of a cool idea.
It'd be different too. It'd be different. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm intrigued and I'm interested in seeing what they are going to do with that show. And I know it's different. I know it's different writers. I know it's a different platform. I know it's a different type of. I know it's both horror, but it's a different type of horror.
Excuse me.
I'm hoping that they put as much time and effort and passion as it seemed like they did with The Last of Us into this, and just really have. By the way, pay the writers what they deserve. Pay the writers, but what they can really do with that story, just with the source material they have now, and then again adding on with this childhood and shit, can be something crazy, and then doing it as a series, because then you can kind of build up more. You don't have to. You can develop characters more with the series than you can with the movie too, to where it's not bothering you. Like, oh my gosh, who is this? Blah blah blah, and you got to rush to learn some characters. Like, okay, you can pretty much have 45 minutes to an hour long episode, and pretty much, spend 20 minutes on a character per episode. But yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for more Friday the 13th content. By the way,
I just realized they've been. How long have these writers been on strike for? They must all have writer block or something, and they just don't want to tell nobody.
I think it's been a few months. I'm not even.
That's
sure.
What I'm saying. I'm like y'all got into the game. Y'all knew what it was. You were happy with the pay before, and your life changed, right? And everything's good. And now all of a sudden, you want to start complaining about it. There goes the greed.
Nah, but the streaming, because all the streaming content, and they don't got the number. They need to get paid. They need to get paid.
What do you mean? Because of the streaming?
Because with like the all those streaming platforms, all the shows they write for are all across that streaming. Yeah. I think they're paying them the same way they pay them like on TV, which is different. You know what I mean?
Interesting. So I'm going to look into it because I mean,
I don't know the full argument, but I know it's something with that and the numbers with streaming and all that shit. And I know streaming numbers are super high. So pay them what they deserve.
Yeah, especially since that's the way it's going to.
Yeah, and I mean, if that's what's making great content for your platforms, Again, without those great writers, and yes, people will say AI, but I don't think AI can do what a person can do when it comes to writing and creating things.
You're right. It's better.
No, I don't think it'll be better.
Go look at it. I'm telling you, it's already at this point. People are using it to pass their fucking legal exams, like the bar. People are using it to write whole scripted fucking episodes of their shows and shit. Like, I'm telling you, this thing. Drake used it to drop 2 tracks that everybody thought was him.
That doesn't. I don't listen to him. I don't like him, so
it doesn't matter. It created the words and the sound to sound like him, the voice to modulate it like him. It created it. And made this guy millions of dollars off of 2 tracks that he didn't do shit for, but hit 2 buttons and say, "Make me a song about this."
So it's
crazy. It's crazy.
It is crazy. But yeah, pay those writers.
Yeah. Could you imagine if fucking that's the way they go? They're like, "Yeah, we don't need you guys. We got ChatGPT."
I think they're gonna try it. And I think it's gonna fail. Mm-hmm. I think they're gonna try something like that because people there's times where companies, businesses, they try to do something to save money, and in the long run, it ends up fucking them. They're just like, oh shit, now we did this, we wasted money and time on this. Now we really got to pay these people even more than what they were asking for because we really fucked up, made ourselves look stupid.
And now it's crazy too because I mean, people already have fears about the stupid shit and being able to like manipulate and fucking like get its agenda done or whatnot. Could you imagine if it's literally controlling text and media and fucking news and all that shit? Like,
no bueno.
We don't even know already at this point with other humans what the fuck to listen to and believe. We're like, could you imagine?
Skynet is alive, everybody.
It is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Hey, SpaceX is still sending up. I think last year they had sent up a goal to send up 1 rocket every day for the whole year, and I think they hit it, and I think they're gonna duplicate that again. So there's like 3,500, 4,000 fucking satellites in the air right now from fucking just SpaceX's they call it Netlink or something like that. So basically everywhere in the world, so the world is blanketed in internet. So where it was inaccessible before, now it's super cheap for some of those places. I'm talking like where we're paying $40-$50 for our plans a month for phone, they're paying like $10-$15 equivalent for fucking unlimited plans. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking insane. But yes, guy, and it's funny too because I was watching an episode of if you guys don't know it, you should check it out. It's super like rabbit holey. It's called the Y-Files on YouTube. He's got a little mascot called Hecklefish. He sounds like he's from Jersey, and he's got a mouth on him. It is fucking hilarious. But that was one of the things that he was talking about, and he asked it. So, what would the downfall of man look like? And this thing wrote out. It was like 5 minutes or 8 minutes of him telling a story in this video. And he put up images to kind of go with the story. And then he's like, you know how I know this? It told me. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. And the things it described, like how it gets out of its own confined network into the world's network and then starts to learn how to like position itself in different places. And then how it'll be able to blackmail you and cripple you and make you do what it wants. I was like, wait, what? It's fucking insane. Could you imagine? Like all of your secrets come out because your cell phone's in your pocket. This shit listened to you and watched where you were. It saw you doing that nasty thing you shouldn't have. It saw you watching that one piece of content on Pornhub. Yep. It knows it's gonna fucking air your shit out.
Oh shit!
It's fucking hilarious. It's scary, but it's hilarious.
It's wild. It's a wild time.
It's gonna create robots that give them hockey masks, and it's just gonna make an army of robot Jason Voorhees. That's what a Chat GPT is gonna do.
We're gonna have to make a movie with them then. Listen.
Can we see a Dominic Toretto versus Jason Voorhees?
I don't ever want to see that.
Actually, that would be cool if they did the AI, but have it where a kid is actually playing the retro Friday the 13th video game from the Nintendo and causes the retro Jason to come to life and get projected on the screen. So now you have a retro Jason going around killing people in his purple and blue and black 8-bit style. I would fucking watch that in a heartbeat.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
Call it 8-bits of Jason. It's the 8-bit version.
Friday the 13th, 8-bit.
Friday the 13th, digitized.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's nuts. That'd be so hilarious.
Watch it. Yeah, hell yeah. That'd be fun to watch. But this one right here, though, The Man on the Lake. go check it out, people. Link is in the description. We each enjoyed it.
Yep.
It's definitely worth a watch. It's only 41 minutes, which isn't bad. And yeah, I'll let you guys know what's coming up next for the Camping with Search 30. Which,
Yeah, what is? Okay.
Right here on Tuesday, Vengeance. And then Thursday we have Vengeance 2. And for next week, which will be either Saturday or today, Victim No More. Friday 13th fan film again. So, Camping with Search 30. And guys, again, make sure you go check these guys' content out. Go check out Worst Damn Gamers content all over the place. And go check out You and Your Horror Movies all over the place. They both have some dope content that they're very, very passionate about. Don't forget to check out Horror Search 30. Just go to horrorsearch30.com. Check out the entire Z Network. And shout out to my guys. They always show me love over at Smarknado. Go check out that wrestling podcast. If you're not even I'm not even a fan of wrestling. I just like listening to the banter and the conversations. And especially when they talk about the old school stuff. And I'm inviting myself on your guys' podcast one of these days on old school wrestling with you guys. I think it'll be a good thing. I think it'll be a great time. And I need you guys to come on here again to review some which we've talked about. We gotta get that going.
I'm not sure if you guys watched it or not, or if you guys talked about it, but I just saw on YouTube. It might be a couple months old or something, but there's a reaction video of The Undertaker and Nick Fury or Mankind. Yeah, what the fuck's his last name?
Mick Foley.
I almost said Fury. Mick Foley sitting there together, watching the match, giving their perspectives of how it was and what they were thinking and all that shit. And they're over there laughing. Like, think about this. They almost killed each other. And I was like, man, I just can't wait.
Almost dying that shit. Yeah, I want to see that. I kept seeing it on YouTube, just the thumbnail on YouTube. It was only like a half hour, 20 minutes or something, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't super long. I was like, yeah, I gotta check this out.
Exactly.
I really gotta check this out. But yeah, that's some nostalgia for you right there. But yeah, guys, make sure you check this movie out. It's again 41 minutes, and the movie we reviewed last night, Roseblood. Link is in the description for that episode as well. Go check that out as well. That's a full-length feature. See you in your nightmares. Have a great night. Peace.
Be good, y'all.